It was a big government report. That January report that came out of the U.S. Department of Agriculture just dropped a bomb on things there, and not necessarily in a bad way, but Mike Pearson, I can't recall the last time such a bullish report had so much negative, uptight, uncertain reaction. Obviously, farmers were thinking, hey, I could have sold at higher prices back in the fall had I known this. What do I do going forward now? And we have analysts saying, can we ever trust the government again? What's your takeaway as you're visiting with producers groups this winter and spring, some virtually, some in person?
Absolutely, Max. Groups meetings are happening, and I think as this kind of move happens in the market, those meetings become a lot more valuable because information is changing so quickly. One of the things I think that we learned from this report, and it was an exclamation point on what we've been learning from USDA since August, which is that our supply is smaller than we anticipated. This is the driving concern for what's pushing agriculture, particularly grain prices, higher. Now, ordinarily, I would tell folks to be a little cautious. This is a supply-driven rally. This is driven by potential over-reporting for the past several years from USDA, combined with the fact that we did see production issues this past year across the country. And so we're seeing supply tighten, and China is coming in a big way. So the question becomes, what happens when we get those South American beans out later this spring? And what happens when this crop comes to the end? How do growers manage? I like to tell folks to be cautious because a supply-driven rally can end very quickly as soon as either one of those crops come to the market. However, this is exciting, Max, because we're also seeing demand grow. We're seeing demand from China run very, very strong as they rebuild their hog herd. We're seeing domestic demand be very strong right now as crushers are trying to capitalize on these margins and folks are trying to get meal secured. There are a lot of challenges left ahead of us in this year, particularly for end users. Cattle feeders, hog producers, ethanol plants are going to struggle because we did think there was going to be ample supplies available. So a lot of those folks are short bought on their feed needs. These are all challenges that I know I'm working along with a lot of other analysts around the country to get out to growers, get in front of them, help them think through this stuff in a way that might make them a little more successful, make them a little happier come December 2021, Max.
I know you're available to come to meetings virtually and in person as well. Folks just need to talk to the Ag Speakers Bureau in Indianapolis. Rich Tiller and company will help set them up with you.
Absolutely. They could set them up with me. And Max, you make a fantastic moderator and an MC at meetings if folks are looking for something like that.
I know we're doing a couple together, so I look forward to that. Once again, Rich Tiller's the guy to talk to, right?
Absolutely. Check out Ag Speakers Network and search for Rich Tiller. He'll give you a call, and we would love to have that conversation.
Thanks, Mike. Take care.
Thank you, Max.